Hi Scorpio, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your overall energy check for February 2022. We're going to do an old wise tree spread and just check in with you and your energy and what's going on here. We've got the Knight of Wands reversed, in and out type of energy. So I'll just keep that in mind while I'm reading forward. So we're calling in our angels and guides at the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. And this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, other prominent placements in your chart. Cross watchers, welcome. Here we go. All right. Scorpio, we've got the Magician right off the bat. Stuff that you have been manifesting. Woo, and your wish card is coming in. Well, let's see. Wow. Scorpio, this looks really fabulous, actually. So sometimes the big picture, this is my sneaky monkey card. Sometimes it's like lying, cheating, stealing. This can be the big picture. There can be some manipulation or something like that going on. But in this case, I really feel like this has a lot to do with planning. Sometimes this is needing a plan of action and getting that plan of action. So getting that plan of action together. So let's see. The heart of the situation is talking about all of your wishes, all the things that you've been manifesting, and your wishes coming into fruition. And then this is holding, this is holding on to your resources, but sometimes it's like I'm manifesting, manifesting, manifesting. Everything is coming into fruition. And for whatever reason, I am not open to receive what I have been manifesting or wishing for. So we're going to go around and clarify all of this and see what's going on here. But there's some kind of, this lying, cheating, stealing can be some self-sabotage about not being open to receive the gifts that you have asked the universe for. There's some kind of, in your advice position, there's some kind of energy around making a decision, and making a decision in love. We've got the Lover's card. Your higher self is talking about an established family legacy, talking about all the resources, home, finances, love, security, stability. Like this is everything that everybody wants. And your higher self is talking about that, talking about having that foundation. And your angels and guides are talking about some kind of complete, this is the yes card. This is the complete joy card. It's the sun card. It's the happiest card in the deck. And there's so much healing here. There's so much home life healing happening. So being open to receive everything that you've wished for, if this is everything that you've wished for, I just want to ask, it's about making a choice. And it's very well about making a choice with someone else, choosing someone in particular. Let's ask more about that. What is this about? Happening now and into the near future? It's talking about not really being able to make decisions clearly. Usually this king is very clear. When he is reversed, for me, it's like, I'm not looking at the truth. I'm not looking at the clear picture of things. I'm not wanting to deal with the truth. There's something like that going on. So what is it exactly here that is keeping you in resistance to making this decision? And it's about switching channels. It's about doing something different. This one wants to come out too. It looks like there's some kind of door that has been closed, or a door that needs to be closed in order to make this decision. Okay. This is release the idea of, this can be collaboration. This could be a third party. This could be what all of this is about, the need to decide and make a decision and choose between two. There's a possibility of that. But this is somehow releasing the energy of co-collaboration, or, too many cooks in the kitchen. And this is resistance to really kind of like apprenticing, or resistance to working working in one direction. There is this change. There's this complete change of path. I'm choosing a different path. And so this could be resistance to working on the other path, the old path. I have to switch it up. I have to change something. All right. And we're going to clarify this in a moment, but let's look at past, present, future. So in the past, here's this King of Wands energy. Both of these are action-oriented energies, and they're both reversed. So this action-oriented energy is like, it's going in one direction, but there's something convoluted about the direction that it's being wielded. For some of you, I feel like these are two kings, two people in your life, and they're not completely syncing. It's like they're not completely on the same page with you, but this very well could be choosing between one or the other. But both of them seem to be, this person's not on the same page mentally. There's not clarity around that. This person's not on the same page because they're not like a team player. They're looking out for themselves, but this is the energy that's showing up in the past. And here's the present energy, looking out toward the future, manifesting differently, waiting for your ships to come in. And here's this Ace of Swords. This is clarity. This is victory. This is cutting things out that don't serve you. And when you do make that decision in a clear way, this is what you end up with. You do end up with your 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. There's this big siren outside. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's right when you get to the finish line. It's like the sirens go off. Woo woo. you get complete emotional happiness, full circle. And I love that. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify some of this and see what's going on, Scorpio. So there's a lot of manifesting that's happening. There's a lot of wishes being thrown out to the universe. This can be, I'm not receiving what the universe is giving me, or it can be about, I'm wishing for things that are not quite on the same page as me. And so here I am waiting for my ships to come in, waiting for the things to come in that I've manifested, and getting really clear on that right now. I need to switch some things up, or I need to kind of tweak some things in order to actually get somebody who's on the same page with me. I need to make some decisions, and I need to get on a different channel. Wow, yeah. And I need to close the door to some things in order to open to those other things that I truly want. I feel like this is a huge soul lesson in manifesting and moving and wielding energy for you, Scorpio. Let's look at Magician here. Right, the Magician's like, I just realized I have all these tools and all this energy and all of this. I'm hearing ambition. I'm taking this cup. I'm taking this offer from the universe to co-create. This is not co-creating with the universe, by the way. This is co-creating with other people. And this very well might be trying to manifest something with someone else that is not really what you want. And so if you take the other person out of the picture and manifest what you want, that's the co-creating that I'm talking about. This is about co-creating with the universe, taking an offer that the universe is handing you. And let's take a look at this 9. Whoa, check it out. We've got the 9 of Cups, clarifying the 9 of Cups. Man, you have been manifesting like a mofo. You have all sorts of wishes and dreams that you want to achieve and you want to have. And so tell me what's up with the not receiving this or not being open to receive. Yeah, this is like, I'm making all of these wishes, but is it what I really want? It's like, I want to start over. I want to start over. And I want to, my greatest wish is to start over. And I also feel like somebody's like, they might even know what they want, but they're afraid to ask for it. But this is wanting to completely go off on a new journey and start over. All right, let's take a look. There's some unfinished business here with this King of Swords reversed. So what that means to me is this is the energy of being cloudy. This is getting really super clear. So there's unfinished business about getting clarity. How do you get clear on what it is that you want? First of all, I think that you need to voice it. Or sometimes speaking your truth is more like acting on your truth. It's not necessarily, it doesn't mean you have to say it out loud. to someone, but what it looks like is there has to be some clarity here. And it does look like it is acting it out towards someone or saying it to someone. It's partnering with someone. And it's partnering with someone who's on the same page as you. And that is your advice. Your advice is like, there needs to be some kind of decision made here, closing the door to one thing, completely switching channels. Let's look at that. Looking at things in a completely different way, knowing that in the past, there were certain ways you were thinking about things, certain stories you were telling yourself. And now you've evolved and those stories are different. And maybe they were true in the moment and they're not true. They're not true now. Here is this is betrayal. This can be self-sabotage to me, but this is betrayal energy, betrayal in the past that you're thinking differently about. Let's look at this big picture. What's up with this? Wow. Okay, so there's some planning in regards to soulmate energy, which I am not surprised about because here we have kindred spirit soulmate energy. Okay. Scorpio, let's take a look at everything that you've ever wanted that your higher self is talking to you about. Here's the Magician reversed. Here's the Magician. It's like everything that you've ever wanted, you've got to switch something up. You're asking for things that don't match everything that you've ever wanted. Why is this? This can be that self-sabotage. Why are you asking for things that you don't really want? Or why are you asking for things that you think that you want, but they're keeping you from? This has to do with self-esteem. This has to do with asking for the things that you truly deserve, and you deserve a lot more than what you're giving yourself credit for. It's almost like I'm asking for these things and they make me feel good, maybe even temporarily, but they make me feel good. And they're not going deeper though. It's something that wants to go deeper, below the surface, like straight to the center of your heart. Let's take a look at the sun, this complete illumination, this happiness, this healing with the thing that is the deep emotional thing. Okay, and your angels and guides are talking about this healing, and then they're also talking about, this can be a person, this Queen of Pentacles reversed. Here's the married queen, and she can no longer be married, or she could be someone in the past that you've been with for long term. This can also, though, be the intrinsic feeling of not trusting yourself, which with this Magician reversed, I kind of feel like there's something going on here. It's like I haven't been trusting myself to manifest the things that are really the deep things. And I'm holding on to things that are almost like band-aids. Letting something go to get everything that you wish for. Here's the balance that comes in when you do that. And this is you having to fight for it. This is you having to exert energy and fight for it. Scorpio, you keep things to yourself and you keep things hidden, and you know that's part of you. This is something that you have to actively alert others to. What is this? This Three of Pentacles. Yeah, talk about illumination. This is about releasing possibly more partners, like excess partners, let's say. It's releasing that. It's recognizing what your highest and your greatest good is. This person is good for me. This person isn't good for me. This person and I work well together and can manifest into the future. And this person, we're not on the same page. We're not on the same team. We're not manifesting well together. It's like making those decisions and seeing those things for yourself, working on something that is in the past, or I have resistance to working on something that's no longer what it is that I want, right? And here's that releasing of the third party, or releasing the past releasing the past path in order to go into the future. Let's look at the King of Wands reversed up here. This King of Wands can also be someone who is not committal. So someone who's possibly doing the Band-Aid kind of stuff, manifesting things that aren't long-term, just not completely and fully committing. Okay, straight up, straightforward. This is having lots of physical relationships without necessarily being mentally or emotionally attached to any of them. And happening now, this is, I want to manifest something in the future that is more meaningful. And this is also somebody who's like possibly looking to the past in order to do that. And this is about cutting things off that don't serve. So having to cut things off from the past, having to make a choice. Wow. And there's also this feeling of, if I cut things off from the past, first of all, there are a bunch of things that I need to cut off from the past. And also there's something about hard feelings. It's like, if I cut things off from the past, relationships, people, I'm going to have a ton of people pissed. Maybe so. Wow. Yeah. There's like this trying to avoid a nightmare situation somehow. I really want to know more about that. Can you please tell me more about this nightmare situation that you're trying to avoid? Wow. And you very well, I mean, this is present time energy, so you very well might be experiencing that right now while you make this decision and figure this out. Ultimately, when you make the right decision, when you make the decision you know is the deeper experience, you're not going to regret making the decision and releasing this past. I know, there it is. That's like really releasing this big cup of love. It's dumping it out in order to get this, in order to get complete emotional fulfillment. What does that look like? Here's the High Priestess, and she's keeping secrets. It's like, you know, Scorpio, maybe it's time to be really, really honest with yourself about what it is that is your complete emotional fulfillment. Who is it, or what is it? I feel like there's been some self-sabotage around truly getting what it is that you want and what it is that you need. You have to fight for it. You have to be open about it and create some balance. And I feel like some imbalance is happening as a Band-Aid type of thing. I'm afraid to let the deep side show, or I'm afraid to really connect in deeply with someone. I don't necessarily want to show that part of myself, be that vulnerable. I even feel like this is like the High Priestess. I know what it's like to be vulnerable and to be burned by it. So I'm all the wiser. I am not going to do that again. But it's kind of like, you have to be vulnerable even when you know that you can get hurt. That's kind of the point of vulnerability, right? And you're like, I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to do that. I'm not sure if I have the capacity to transmute pain the way I need to, if this doesn't go my way. Yeah, I can hear Lenny. Are you gonna go my way? This is about switching channels again. This is about the need to completely switch the way you've been doing things in the past and doing something different in the future. Let's go ahead and pull a romance oracle for you, Scorpio. Doing something totally different than you have in the past very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Well, there you have it. And you deserve love. You are lovable. This is about asking for the deeper connection, but in doing that, something has to change with this activity in the past here. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. continuing to manifest with people that aren't on the same page with you isn't going to work. This is also about raising your frequency, lightening up, flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. I'm going to pull one more. Forgiving and learning. You release and heal the past. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. There's a lot going on about releasing the past, forgiving the past, letting things go. And when you do that, you won't regret releasing the past. When you do what's right for yourself, when what's right for yourself, I feel like it's like not the band-aids anymore. It's like when you do the deep thing that you need to do for you, that's when you won't regret it. Okay, let's take a look at energy you don't see coming this month, Scorpio. Energy that maybe you have blinders on to. Energy that you don't see coming. Poverty. Okay, in this case, I feel like this is more like if I release things, there's going to be like a feeling of loss. There's going to be some grief around the things that you let go. And you might even be worried about that grief. But the thing that you get and gain from releasing those things in the past, there's so much love and unity here. It's actually so much bigger than what you've had. Unexpected income. It's like if you allow yourself to receive that, I feel like that has a lot to do with this. I'm shut down to that. I'm not opening to that. But when you allow yourself to receive it, instead of kind of covering it up with all of these other energies, wow, yeah, you actually feel the truth in that. You actually feel the kind of divine partner energy. When you show your divine partner energy, your partner shows that divine partner energy. When you can be in that bubble together, it is immense energy. It's energy that you're not necessarily getting from these past things. Let's take a look at your moonology. And nothing is set in stone yet. So anything that you have wished for, that you've manifested, that's come in, you still have time to tweak this. You can tweak whatever you need to, change up and switch around and create for yourself. A new start is coming, new moon. You still have time to change everything and start over, start fresh, start something different. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. That's that temperance too. It's like finding balance. Finding balance is actually manifesting what you truly want. I feel like labeling, identifying what you truly want is important this month, Scorpio. So that's what I have for you. I'll be back in a couple of days with another energy check and love stitch spread, and I'll see you soon. Bye, Scorpio.